Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of the new house. I will do a different video about it while I'm in the daylight, but this is pretty much what I'm dealing with. My guitar's down here, and pedals and blah blah blah. Yeah, my amps, bunch of tech related stuff. And yeah, it's pretty much the typical moving house experience. A lot of long days of moving stuff around and rearranging. So much driving. The odd time you, of course, drop something on your cell phone, get cut, and so on. But here we are. Almost 2 months later, actually. We moved in on the 8th of August, and it's the 7th of October. And yeah, here we are. Finally time for some more videos. First one of the new house is the second of 3 videos I want to do about listening to those EPs I mentioned in the life update video. Today I'm just going to reach straight for the one I tagged Symphonic Metal EP. There's so much into this EP that Symphonic Metal doesn't really do it justice. Well, Symphonic Metal. As I would suggest, I was listening to bands like Flesh God Apocalypse, Nightwish, Septic Flesh. I was also listening to a lot of post-metal, so bands like Isis, Neurosis, and Cult of Luna, and blah blah blah. And yeah, as normal for my music, it's a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of stuff. Now, typically, I have a coffee at my side, but it's late, so why not cider? I actually haven't heard this EP in months, so not even I really know what's in stock for the most part. So I'll let it roll, pull this, and pause it wherever I feel necessary. Okay. It's got this big keyboardy kind of intro, which is pretty fun to make. This is also one of many EPs I made alongside a teacher in uni. And yeah, he helped me every step of the way. We got a pretty clear mix outfit, but what have we coming up later? Recently, rather. Better than this. Tempo change to that. This bit is straight up like classic At the Gates, In Flames, hell, even a bit of Kill Switch, I guess you could say. Before breaking into something very different, wait till you hear what I did here, because this was one of my favorite things I'd written at the time. Little sucker. I did this with the Ebo and I can't find it. God damn it. For that bit, I guess the harmony ended up becoming the new root. So I did. So there's the main line, the which comes back on the guitar in a sec. Listen out for that. So there's the main line, then there's the thirds. Then I guess if that becomes the new anchor, then the other high bit would be a sixth harmony in relation to the first one. Yeah. Okay. Again, I haven't heard this in months. I don't even know what's gonna happen for the remaining 17. Once again, another straight up at the gatesy kill switch, in flames, whatever you want to call it. That's the lick I'm going to have to relearn and use again. Oh, and for this bit, me and my teacher, we set up a reverb that just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then just shrunk out of nowhere. Then I think we automated an EQ so that it would imagine this is your entire frequency range here. We had it automated so it would just keep on shrinking and shrinking and shrinking like this, while of course also fading out the song. Very common technique. You see it all the time in pop music and even metal, of course. And it was keeping that reverb cranked and then fading it out. Oh, this track. This one is a creepy one. Same for track 3. Four songs in total, I believe. Maybe 5. Again, it's been a while. This little bit here, I'm pretty sure this becomes a motif, so to speak, like something I come back to a fair bit. Well, oh lordy, don't you worry, this one gets heavy in a sec. Once again, that was probably that really weird and spacious reverb that me and my teacher set up. You know what this is? This is that the this is that's this bit here, listen. Oh, and you want a tempo change? Listen to how I crank up the tempo at this next bit. I think I go to the very first distorted guitar bit of the whole EP here. That's the end of the track? Oh, it's all coming back to me now. For this entire EP, my teacher said, put out a rough storyline in your head. It can be whatever you want, and then transfer that to a musical form. So I did it was a rough story about someone who just has a really nasty panic attack after a major family event. I think it was. I said something like that, and then by the end of the EP, it's like the acceptance of that, yada yada, and it's either midway through the first track or around about this point in the EP where the character wakes up in a hospital room and it's like, oh, this doesn't feel right. And that's right around here, I think, where the character wakes up. So yeah, this track is really dissonant, chaotic. I intentionally made a lot of it make no sense from a theory standpoint. It's all just like chords with random chromatic notes in it, diminished chords, augmented chords, chords that just kind of move up and down chromatically, not really like, oh, here's the root, here's the third, the second, the sixth, seventh, blah blah blah. It was all weird in betweens, and yeah, diminished chords, augmented chords, major and minor chords where they shouldn't be, everything in the kitchen sink really. And I believe there's a fair bit of sampling in this track too. A mixture of self-recorded stuff and stuff I ripped off the internet, so I shall continue. There it is on this one. You see that? That's the exact reaction I want too. I want people to be like, "Oh, what's that?" Oh, my teacher suggested reverse speech, and I think I straight up got some like Elden Ring cutscene dialogue or something, and yeah, reversed it. I just blurted out whatever for 30 seconds while reading off the Elden Ring wiki or something. I want to say it was maybe Godfrey's dialogue or Melania's dialogue. It was one of the various bosses in that game who talks on and on forever. Yeah, I want to say it was Godfrey's opening cutscene speech. Then yeah, reversed. For all my Dark Souls fans out there, I actually straight up used the one of many great melodies from the Ornstein and Smough boss fight. Listen after that in a sec for a Dark Souls fan. Once again, massive tempo shift. I think I literally told Ableton to just be like, yep, consistent tempo boost. It wasn't even like up by 10, up by 20, 30, 40, blah, blah, blah. It was just a big line. And you got a singular beat. Oh my god. Wait, if memory serves me right, this final track. Oh, that's fine. It's a bit weird. If memory serves me right, this is already the final track. Yeah, this final song is about 7.5 or 8 minutes. Parts like this is where I lean a lot into the post-metal was talking about. All a bit of key change. Big bass studios in this. like a C kind of shape. Then slide that up 2 frets. Oh, hang on. Yeah, like that. And yeah, I was just fiddling around. I was kind of like, hang on, what does the C shape sound like if you move it? I tried moving it like all the way to the 12th and 11th, 12, blah 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 blah. Then you landed on that 5-4-3 fretting position as opposed to 3-2-1, and yeah, damn. This actually reused from another project I was part of. It was a short film. It was about someone struggling to adapt to a new school or something. Yeah, something along those lines. And yeah, when you did something like reflective but sad, and I was just sitting there for like 10-15 minutes doing whatever, and then finally came across this melody, and I was like, yeah, that's the one. Once again, another very post-metal-y section. Oh, speaking of stuff I got to reuse, get a load of the drum beat I came up with in about 20 seconds removed. Even this bit sounds kind of kooky, but just you wait. This beat was mad. Well, once again, beat change, arousing tension. I don't recall if I have a good listen for that. Maybe listen to my music. Same melody as before. Bring the chords back. Where am I going with this one? Once again, that low bass note. I almost said it now. How's that for tension? Distorted guitar that fades in for what, 12 seconds? Jeez. Yeah, God, a full 12 seconds. And yeah, with that rough story I talked about, it's around about this point where the character's kind of like, oh, maybe things are actually looking up. And by the end, I give you pretty much the only happy bit of the entire EP, except for that one bit where the keyboards go to that major chord for a second. It gets all bright and happy before going straight back to the darkness. When I recorded the final section, we'll get there in about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I recorded it and I was kind of like, huh, that sounds like Green Day. Funny that. I think I was supposed to put a guitar solo here and then I never did for some reason. New drum beat, once again, rising tension. Oh, yeah, I think that was supposed to be solo here, because then of course it would settle into this little bit that repeats numerous times. Once again, I probably told Ableton to just get faster and faster and faster. So every single beat, it was like 150 BPM, 152 point whatever. Again, it was just a diagonal line, not even a set number for everything. Faster and faster for? Oh my god. And here it is, what I dubbed the Green Day section. My teacher thought it was hilarious when I told him it sounded like Green Day, man. And there you have it, one of many EPs I cooked up during my university course. Much like the post-metal EP we listened to last time, the grindcore EP is personal projects though. It'd probably make my teacher explode if I was to give any of them that. Literally any of them. Though I did have one teacher who was a massive metalhead back in the day, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, that is the EP done. This EP was an absolute nightmare to make. I'd love to know what you guys think of it. And, last but definitely not least is going to be the rap metal EP. I didn't even bother spinning the wheel this time because the more I listen to that EP, there's kind of vocal bits I want to re-record. That EP is actually loosely inspired by some not good family stuff that happened. And there are parts of the vocals don't quite match that. But, there are parts of the vocals that Hell, there's one verse in the last song, especially, which is about something especially dark that happened last year. I'm not going to get into it at all, of course. Um, and since I was kind of running out of breath, because I actually recorded a lot of the vocals in that EP myself and wrote the lyrics myself, and it's the only project I've ever done where I've actually rapped on it. I want to say the only project I've done in general has vocals in it. Yeah. Hell, I'm the first person you actually hear rap on it, like 12 seconds into the EP actually starting. Yeah, and there's one verse in particular in the last song where I just kind of run out of breath, and it gets kind of soft when I wanted it to be like really barky and in your face. And there's a couple of bits on the EP that are like that, so I do kind of want to re-record that and then show it. But yeah, for now, this is the symphonic metal EP I was cooking up. Definitely tell me what you guys think, and I think that does it. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.